going today? All right, so I finally have a grocery haul to share with you guys. Last week was kind of a disaster. Sean had done it with his phone because I was actually on my phone talking with our adoption worker. And we have tried all week to get that transferred and it is just not happening. So at this point, I don't know that we'll be able to recover it. And now I've got this one up. So we're just gonna count that one as a lost video and move on from there. So today he went ahead, he headed out this morning. He was in at work really early this morning and then was able to take a small break to get groceries, bring them home, and then took off right away to go back to work again. Guys, prices are getting crazy. And I've got a 3-year-old who just came up and discovered some of the fruit. So let me hurry up and show you what all we've got before he starts rearranging everything. So yeah, he's over here surveying everything. He started at the fruit, moved to the Cheetos, then the hot dogs. So really quick, there's a quick pan across and I'm gonna run through them with you. Okay, Sean got another box of, I shouldn't say another box because you didn't see the ones last week. He got a box of Rice Chex that's actually to use in different recipes, not to actually eat as cereal. Yeah, now he's excited about the cheese, guys. Okay, so the Rice Chex is actually for some other recipes that we're gonna have going on because, guys, it's Easter, Easter weekend. So lots of big stuff. I know you're seeing this the day after Easter, but that's okay. Just know that that's what that was actually for. Another thing in chicken nuggets, truth was we weren't sure if we needed more yet or not. And there was a lot of other things on the list he was not able to get. So I told him, go ahead and get it. Either we've got a little bit extra or we need them. So that was just one of those things. He got another box of pear halves. He did actually also lose the grocery list halfway through. So some of this he was winging it. Some of it was from memory. Couple things he forgot. It wasn't just that he wasn't able to get them. So like another box of baked beans, but that's okay. He got the pear halves. We've got 2 more bags of the plain Ruffles because, guys, after those nachos, my kids are hooked. And that has kind of become our easy meal. So you may notice that there's not as many freezer meals happening. That is something quick and easy if they don't want the leftovers that are in the fridge. Cheetos, simply because everybody likes them, and I'm assuming that's why he went ahead and got those because they'll get eaten. Another bag of the real crumbled bacon. The truth behind this, we don't truly need it just yet. In fact, I thought he was going to get 2, but I'm betting that there was only 1 bag at the store. There are some issues going on at a couple of the meat plants that are both in our state and a neighboring state where that is produced. So we have decided to go ahead and get what we can for the moment because we really prefer the Hormel brand. And so that is something that we gonna have a little bit extra above and beyond what we normally would for the moment. Taco sauce, we're eating a lot more tacos lately. While the bread selection has gone down, we still have access to tortillas too. So tacos, nice staple, they go a long ways, really works out that way. Caesar dressing, he has been trying for a few weeks to actually get that for me. Finally had it in at Target today, so he grabbed that. Turkey hot dogs, those are for me. The calorie count is less than the beef hot dogs. And I have been really working on my intake because, guys, I'm down 40 pounds. So there's something to be said about it. So those are for me. The beef hot dogs are for the kids. These two, these are what we normally get. These 2 packs here were from Target. This is the biggest that they carry. Not what we normally get, but he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get the big packs at Walmart or not. He called me and I said, you know what, go ahead and get those 2 as well because hot dogs keep and we'll use them with our kids because these 2 will be gone in 1 meal when we make pigs in a blanket. So there's a meal and yeah. So you guys see how that works with a large family. Another tub of honey butter. He went back and forth on whether or not to get it because our kids just have not been eating it quite as fast. But if you keep it frozen or in the fridge, it lasts a lot longer. It's once you pull it out on your counter, it's good for 6 weeks. So we'll have it. I'm going to actually try to make a type of cinnamon roll with those here pretty soon. So we'll see how that turns out. Tub butter, that's just something that we needed to replace. Big thing is sour cream. With the increase in the number of tacos lately, we've got that plus a couple other recipes I'm going to be making for the holiday weekend here. Another thing of almond milk. It's tough to find sometimes, so I'm having him grab it when he can, but I truly needed him to grab it this time. And then we have the mixed berries back there. A couple of the girls really enjoy smoothies here and there. We've got some apple juice that they've been using. What we had in the freezer from a while back finally ran out. So he went ahead and got another bag of that for them. The shredded potatoes or shredded hash browns, that is for a family recipe that we're going to be making for Easter for everybody. Chicken fajita. Basically, it's just cut up grilled chicken fajita meat. That is something that we will use in the quesadillas that everybody loves. It's just that we can't get our whole fryer chickens right now. They did have those, so made sense to go ahead and get that. Chicken is kind of a staple for our family. 2 tubes of the Jimmy Dean sausage. Yes, this does have corn syrup in it, so there's that small issue. Otherwise, it is fine ingredient-wise, and we will use that for yet another meal this week. That was one thing I was really excited that we'll be able to make that off of the meal plan. Sam's Club lifted their limits on block cheese, which is phenomenal because our family goes through cheese. So 4 blocks, and yeah, we'll be getting more again next week because that's just what we go through. So the limits have been kind of hard on us, but you know what? It just makes us get creative and use things a little bit differently, and there's nothing wrong with that. He got a thing of strawberries that looks really good, one more thing of grapes, and then he got the golden mangoes. I don't know if they had the regular mangoes or not that I would have normally bought. This is the hard part about him doing the shopping rather than me. I don't get to see what there actually was or have any input on what he picks, and he doesn't always remember what I would have picked. So there's a lot of balance right now. We're just working through it. Thing of bacon, again, a meal that I'm excited to be able to put on the meal plan for this week. Mango salsa, he said there was a sign saying it was a limited time thing. We've never actually had it before, but he knows how much the kids love mangoes. Honestly, I can't say that I've ever tried mango salsa itself either, but he got 2. One he wanted to have just for chips, and the other one I want to make a chicken and rice dish with. So we'll see how that works. Of course, you have to have chicken for that, so we'll see how that goes too. 3 take and bake pizzas. These are because, we just had them last week, which you wouldn't have seen because you didn't see that meal plan. But we've got them 2 weeks in a row. And that's because, guys, now I'm recording this on Thursday, so I'm just going to apologize that this is so much before you're going to see it. But tomorrow, Friday, so the Friday before this video when you see it, this is a lot of rambling about days, the Trolls World Tour release is happening online. They've decided rather than just releasing it in theaters, since nobody can go to the theaters, that they're doing an early access release, which we are so excited about, and we are happy to pay the $20 to purchase it because that is cheaper than we would have spent going to the theaters anyhow. So we are going to do a big family movie night, which includes pizzas. I have a gluten-free pizza in the freezer still, so we will bake all of those up, have lots of popcorn, lots of goodies. It's going to be a lot of fun. He got me another case of my waters. That is something that Sam's Club has actually consistently got right now. I think people have realized that the bottled water is really not the necessity that they thought it was going to be. Toilet paper, paper towels, all that is still really hard to come by, but water, not a problem at this point. 2 things of eggs. Guys, this was the one thing he really noticed the price difference on. These have almost doubled in price. And I didn't even ask him the price of everything else. I'll have to go through the receipts here in just a moment. But it's getting really tough. 8 boxes of macaroni and cheese. That's because Target has a limit of no more than 8 pasta items per person. So he could only get the 8. He will probably go back a few times this week. They're not on sale right now. Normally we wait for the sale, but like him and I have agreed, I don't know that a whole lot of food sales are going to be happening right now because there isn't a need for them. They can't keep things stocked anyhow, so why put them on sale? Even for his bread company, that's something that they removed sales of breads because they don't need to put them on sale to get things sold. So we will just be getting what we use. So he'll go back another time or 2 this week and get 8 more boxes each time because, guys, we use an average of 4 to 5 boxes per meal. And that is even with putting it with other foods half the time because our kids love macaroni and cheese, and feeding 9 people, well, 8 people, because Sean will eat it, but I can't. That doesn't go super far. Okay, so we've got a thing of Jet Dry. We have been using OxiClean dishwasher finishing liquid. I don't even remember what it's called exactly, but we can't seem to find it anywhere now. So we're going to have to switch back to the Finish for now, see how that works for us. A tube of Tom's Fluoride-Free Children's toothpaste. That's something that we finally are running low on. Again, if I had been shopping, I would have bought 2 or 3 of them because I like to keep those things on hand. He doesn't always remember that, so he got just the one. So we'll get a little bit more of that. And then last but not least, I'll come around here, is these food service stainless steel steam table pans. Now, not that we have a steam table or plan to use one, but these are the same size as the aluminum baking pans that everybody buys, and it's kind of a take and toss item. I am really not a fan of take and toss, but we do need a bigger pan than our 13 by 9 casserole dishes. So he was looking at the aluminum pans so I could make a couple of the dishes that we have coming up, knowing I really just dislike the use once and toss mentality of things. He got to looking and realized that these, you get 2 of them, they're the same size, and then we can wash and reuse as many times as I want to, and they're larger, and it made this large family mama so happy because I've put off buying some of that stuff, and I guess now is the time because we're doing that much more cooking. So there it is. Let me flip this around and I'll tell you our totals. Okay guys, so before Sean took off, I went ahead and I ran through totals with him really quick. We added everything up. He did go over budget just slightly. It came to $330. Now with that, keep in mind there are a couple things he's still gonna be picking up throughout the week that he was not able to get today. But also with that, he spent $22 on those pans for me that really don't fall in the grocery budget. They came out of it somewhat today, but it balances things a little bit. Either way, that's still putting us over. So with that, you know, we found that there's a lot of things, you know, I've commented before on things going up in price. Today was more blaringly obvious on certain things, and he was catching it this time. Eggs have almost doubled in price. The block cheese has gone up almost $2 a block. I've got the receipt here. The butter, I think, has gone up almost $1 for the blended butter. The mango salsa wasn't cheap. I guess I didn't even think to ask him the price when he called to see about getting that. Oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong butter. Okay, so never mind. That one did not go up in price. The bacon has gone up in price. The sausage seems to have stayed the same. The pans we don't normally buy. These grapes were not horribly priced. Those have been going up lately too. Sorry, I was tilting the camera down a little bit there. I didn't even realize it. Chips and all of that look like they've maybe gone up about 50 cents a bag. The pizzas seem about the same. Yeah, the eggs is what really caught his attention. And this is just the Sam's Club receipt. This is not going over Walmart and Target. He did not go to Family Fare this week or Safeway, and that's because he got enough apples throughout this last week and kombuchas for me that we didn't really need to go for any of that. The whole chickens, we did manage to get some right after the last grocery haul, or right around there, and they were huge. So we are still finishing off those really quick. He did not. He said there was absolutely no chicken today. Not frozen, not fresh. Well, I shouldn't say no. He said that they did have the Tyson drummies and maybe one other type, but it's a limit 1 package. We need 2 packages to feed our family. So even if he got 1 today, there's no guarantee he'd be able to go back and get more tomorrow because they could sell out. Guys, it's a holiday weekend. So we're really basing a lot of stuff off of that. And like I said before too, the budget, yeah, this is gonna get tough. I would love to be able to keep with the budget that we had set. I really think we're gonna have to just reevaluate all of that, shuffle around some of our money and how we do things so that we can, it's discouraging, but I'm not gonna let it get us down. So anyhow, I've got big girls helping to put stuff away behind the camera. So I'm gonna go help them with that. And in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching what we got today. I would love to hear how prices are looking in your area, if they seem to be staying the same or if you're seeing the same increases we're seeing. I'm curious to know if different regions around, not just the US, but around the world, how things are playing out and what things are going up in price, because it makes a difference too. So anyhow, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.